Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Eli Talks Football and welcome to another video. And this is video number two of two. If you haven't watched video number one, where I did predictions, make sure you go back and check. And if you want to look at the predictions and if you want to see how well you did, well, let me know in the comments down below right now because I'm happy to say I've got the Wolves prediction correct because it did end 2-1 Wolves win. And I also got the Crystal Palace correct, which was 2-1 against Brighton. Which, by the way, that was some crazy, you know, you just madness in that football. Three red cards in one game. Three red cards. Palace went down to 9 men, by the way. Nine. And it's not straight red card. The reason why they got why Eddie Nketiah, Mark Gui, and that Brighton player got those red cards because it was the two yellow cards, and that's why all of them got sent off. But three red cards in one game, but Palace managed to win. So yeah, man. So far, Palace did Chelsea a favour by beating Brighton, which is good. West Ham got a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, even though I thought that West Ham could potentially win. It actually be a 2-2 draw, but I still don't mind because that means the ball still kind of catch up to us, if you know what I mean. And then um the game just finished Aston Villa versus North Forest, and I'm happy to say that Villa beat Nottingham Forest, even though I was close to getting a 2-2 draw because Forest in the second half looked a bit better and they had plenty of chances. Villa won that game. So Villa are 1 point behind us. So that's why we have to win because Man City play against Man United tomorrow. And if they win, they go above us. So yeah, as according to this right now, we, Chelsea, if we beat Brentford, we'll be 2 points behind Nottingham Forest because we're on 52 points, they're on 57 points, and we play tomorrow. So if we win our game against Brentford, that means we'll be 2 points behind Nottingham Forest, who is still in third place. I still think that Forest will finish in the Champions League, but if they don't finish in the top five, boy, oh boy. But I still think they will because Forest were the better team in the second half, but they just couldn't put those chances away. They couldn't get past Martinez, and they had hit the crossbar so many times, but Villa just defensively and maybe Martinez did the job. So yeah, well done to Villa, but they're still catching up to us. So we have to win our game tomorrow. So there we go. But yeah, man, this should preview for Brentford versus Chelsea, and yeah, there is some bad news which I'm gonna get to at the moment. But first of all, first thing first, if you guys have done so already, make sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification so that you never ever miss any of my content. And don't forget, tomorrow there will be a live watch along and a match for Brentford versus Chelsea. So make sure you guys check on that one. But yeah, first things first. Before I recorded this video, this just came up about a few minutes ago. So guys, I have to show you this because I'm not surprised. I really ain't surprised about this one. So here we go. So here is the statement from Ben Jacobs. Chelsea confirm Wes Fofana has today undergone successful hamstring surgery. He has accessed by specialists this week and it's been decided an operation was needed. Wesley Fofana will miss the rest of this season. You see, guys, Wesley Fofana just came back from injury, you know, after so many months and years of many games of not getting played, he just suddenly gets another injury and they miss another rest of the season. And I'm worried that this could be the same thing for Lavia because he got injured, as well. Like, this is why I've been saying why these owners didn't get enough players. This is what I've been saying. We need to bring back Santos back. We need to sign in centre backs, and experienced centre backs. We need to sign in a striker because Jackson is a good player, but sometimes but you can see that without Jackson, we are a completely different team, if you know what I mean. These owners, yeah, better spend I know people to say, oh, but you cannot keep spending money. But I keep saying to you guys, they spent it wrong. We still got the money, but the problem is they're not spending it right. So now West Fofana is out for the rest of the season. You know, after I don't think he only played one game, I believe, since he come back from injury. Now he's gonna miss the rest of the season. This just shows you the situation of our club. Like, we're just an absolute mess. Like, it's still rotten from top to bottom. Honestly, these injuries are killing us. Fofana just came back from injury. Now he's gonna miss the rest of the season. And I'll not be surprised it's gonna be Lavia because he cannot stay fit as well. He can't. He just can't. Honestly, this football club is an absolute joke. And if we don't get, and if we don't, yeah, if Chelsea, yeah, don't make it to Champions League for next season, we're going to be in so much trouble. And if we do make it to the Champions League, there's a possibility that UEFA are going to ban us because they are not accepting that Chelsea has sold everything to the women's team to avoid financial fair play. UEFA are not going to accept that. So these owners better be serious. Yeah, there's no laughing matter. Yeah, get this into your brain. If you care about Chelsea and if you care about winning trophies, then show it. Yeah, show it because you're not. You are not. Like, listen. I wish Racing fun of the best of luck, but honestly, like, I'm not surprised, man, because we're getting help on injuries time after time after time, and it's the same players again and again and again. It just makes me sick as a Chelsea fan that that they just came back from injury, then a few weeks later, boom, they're injured again. Like, honestly, I just don't get with this club. I really don't. Like, next season, everything needs to be fixed. Just whip it up and start again because it just cannot continue, man. It just really cannot, if you know what I mean. So this stuff needs to be fixed, man. So guys, now I hope you understand why I've been saying why we've got the worst owners, yeah, so far in the league. You know, it's I and I just don't get it. Because we watched these players back. Because I don't know why these same players keep on getting injured time and time again. You know, of course we have good enough defenders, but I just like whenever Lever Cole and Wes Fun have that partnership, we always do good. But now Wes Fun gets injured, we don't have that partnership anymore. So I just don't get this club, man. I just really don't. But listen, there is no excuses still. We still should be good enough to finish in the top four. We should. But like I said, yeah, we got some tough games. We really got some tough games, and many other teams are catching up to us. So to me, tomorrow we must win. Whether Fana is injured, for the rest of the season, we should be good enough to be finishing the top four and finish in the Champions League. If not, it's another season wasted. Another season wasted by this football club. So there we go. But yeah, man, listen, I just hope that these players put on the same performance as they did against Spurs. But I'm just hoping that this time will be clinical. Because in the Spurs game, like I said, the VAR was a disgrace, but the players, our attacking was the only issue I had. The midfielders did their job. The defense wasn't that bad. And Robert Sanchez, he was lucky, but I don't think I can criticize him too much. It's all our attackers that have been really poor, against Spurs. Jackson, his holder ability plays good, but when it comes to his finishing, it's terrible. Cole Palmer, he had okay performance, not great, but okay. Jadon Sancho, I think the Brentford game he needs to be dropped because I don't know what's going on with Sancho. I really don't. Only one goal he scored this year. One goal, one GA, which is absolutely terrible. So to me, Jadon Sancho needs to be dropped. And I know people hate me to say this, but I want to see Madueke start this game. But I'll get to the lineup in just a minute. But yeah, Jadon Sancho for me, I want to see him dropped. But this just shows you that we waste another money on wingers that just not the level, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Jadon Sancho was poor. Neto. had a few moments, but other than that, I don't think it was that great. But I'll still start him though. I really will still start him. But I'll just hope that Jackson really steps up. These are West London derby. You know, and if you want to finish in the top four, you need to be scoring goals, my friend. Because like I said, your finishing is just needs to improve a lot. I will still keep him because he's a very good player, but I really want him to improve because he just came back from injury, so allow him for the Spurs game. But the next few games, he needs to really step up. Needs to really step up. I need Palmer, yeah, to also step up. Because like I said, he had an okay performance against Spurs, but he needs to step up against Brentford, because going to the G-Tech Community Stadium ain't that easy. It really ain't, and we are yet to do the double for Brentford since they came into the Premier League. So that's why we need to win this game if we want to get top four. Because after that, we go. Let me just have a look at our fixtures because I believe here that we got Ipswich Town next. Let me just have a look. So yeah, let me look at the next few fixtures in the Premier League. So yeah, after Brentford, yeah, we're home against Ipswich Town, we're away to Fulham, and we're home to Everton. So I think here that since Brentford's home game hasn't been that great, we should win. Ipswich Town, we have to beat them because Ipswich Town are terrible, and we need to get revenge as well because they beat us at their place. So we need to get revenge. Fulham away, it's not easy, but we should. But I think this team should be good enough to win because Fulham's form has been a bit down recently, and Everton at home. It's going to be a tough game, but we have a good record at Everton at Stamford Bridge, so we should win. So the next four games, yeah, we have to win. Then, if you look at and then after that, we got home against Liverpool, we go away to Newcastle, we're home to Man United, and we're away to Nottingham Forest. So these next, so the first four games, I'm just hoping that we could win. But the next four after that is very tough, very tough. So to me, let's just hope here that form, that we continue, that we can go on the winning form, and then once we face those tough teams, let's hope we can, make a statement. And that's the only way I can confidently say that this team will finish in the top four. But if we end up dropping points against Brentford, Ipswich Town, from now to the end of the season, then I don't see this team finishing the Champions League next season. People hate me to say this, but I'm just being honest. I want to be proven wrong, but these next 8 games will determine whether the team is good enough to finish in the Champions League or not. It's as simple as that. So that's what I'm going to say on that one. But anyway, guys, let me just quickly give you my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. So without further ado, here we go. So in goal, even though I feel like Robert Sanchez will start, for me, I need to see Philip Jorgensen start because I always say he's a better goalkeeper than Robert Sanchez. He may not be elite, but for me, Philip Jorgensen is a better goalkeeper. He does. He has made a couple of mistakes like the Villa game, but to me, he's passing. Making his shot stopping and all that stuff is brilliant. So to me, I need to see Philip Jorgensen start, but I know that deep down that Robert Sanchez will start. But I'll be happy if Philip Jorgensen starts for the game against Brentford tomorrow. In terms of my back four, I'm gonna make one change. So obviously Marco Cuellar for me has to start because this guy has been absolutely brilliant for Chelsea this season, scoring goals defensively really good, and he's always caused a threat when we inverted him, high up the pitch. So for me, Cuellar starts. In terms of my centre backs, I think Levi quite have a really good game, but against Brentford, when he plays a low block, not for me. So to me, I want to see Trevor Chalobah and Tosin start, for this game because Trevor Chalobah had an amazing performance against Spurs. The tackles, the interception, everything from him was really good. And Tosin as well. Um, he has had an okay season, but I think that these two partnership could really work. Could really work. So to me, I need to see Tosin start this game. Now, in terms of the right back, I need to see Reece James start. Because Reece James, for me, because Malo Gusto has been good against Spurs when it comes to a low block I don't think he could really do that. So that's why I see to me Reece James start this game because he can handle low blocks, if you know what I mean. Like the game against what was it? Where we beat what was that team that we just beat? Oh, I've forgotten, but yeah, that game, I think it was Latvia or something like that when we beat them 2-0, or was it 3-0? That, that Thomas Tuchel said that they're playing a deep low block, but guess what? Reece James defensively was solid, and he even scored a goal. So that's why to me, I need to see Reece James starting this game because we all know that Brentford play a low block, and and Reece James can handle that. So to me, Reece James has to start the game against Brentford. In terms of midfield, unchanged. Caicedo and Enzo. Caicedo for me has been a better midfielder than Enzo, but I think both of them has been really good this season. Enzo's, the tackles, scoring goals, the passing was really, all of that was really good. So let's hope they can break down that defense, for Brentford. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to them two, Enzo and Caicedo as the two pivot. In terms of the attacking players, for me, like I said, I think for me, I have to honestly say that it's time for Jadon Sancho to be dropped for this game because the last like say 10 games in especially the Premier League, he hasn't been that great at all. So to me, I need to see um Jadon Sancho. If he does start, maybe try and put Jadon Sancho on the right wing because when he plays in that position, he does look good. But on the left, he just can't. So if Jadon Sancho starts, then if I see him on the right hand side of the attack, then fair enough. But I see him on the left, then for me, it's just not going to do anything. But to be honest with you, I need to see Jadon Sancho drop in this game. Many people hate me to say this, but it's the truth. So Pedro Neto, and Madueke is the two wingers. Palmer the 10. Like I said, he had an okay performance against Spurs, but he needs to really step up in the game against Brentford tomorrow, because Brentford will possibly just get close to Palmer and just make sure he doesn't get the ball. So that's why Palmer needs to step up. So yeah, Palmer in the 10. And then up top for me, has got to be Nicholas Jackson because, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what he does in this game. But I'm just hoping that the only thing that he improves tomorrow is his finishing. Because I know his link up and his hold up play will be really good. But when it comes to his finishing, he needs to improve. And this season, he's been scoring less goals than last season. So that's why Jackson really needs to step up. And like I said, Jackson for me is not a striker. He's more like a winger because we signed him from Villarreal when he played in that position. So to me, he's not really a striker. I'll still keep him though, but for me, he needs to improve on his shooting, and that's basically it. But other than that, he's still a really good player. So that's what I'm going to say on that one. But yeah, so yeah, Jackson up top. So that is it, guys. That is my predictor lineup for tomorrow's game. Now it's time for me to give you my prediction as well before I end this video. Now, I did say 2-1 to Chelsea, and I am going to still stick by that. But I just got this sick feeling that it might be a draw, at least like possibly like a 2-2 draw, because that's what we did last season. I believe we're 1-0 up, and I think it was Wissa that scored that absolute overhead kick that made it 2-1. And then I think it may have been Desarcy or someone else that scored the equalizer. So there we go. So yeah, it might be a draw, but I'm just hoping that we could win because many of the big six teams have gone their way, the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, um, I mean, Man City went there, drew. I'm not sure about Man United. Oh yeah, they have to go away. I think they drew 1-1 in that game. I can't remember, but yeah, many of the teams, big six teams, have gone there and got the result. So let's hope that we can do the same thing. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 Chelsea. Um, um, just about. I'm gonna back my team, and let's just hope they can prove me right. Let's hope here that they give me confidence because if we end up dropping points, then I look myself like an idiot for predicting a Chelsea win against Brentford tomorrow. So there we go. But I just hope that Chelsea don't let me down. Because like I said, we have to win. Because Forest have lost, Villa have won, Brighton have lost. Who else? Bournemouth have drawn, and Newcastle play on a Monday night. And Man City play tomorrow as well after our game. So we have to win. We have to win. So no excuses, man. No excuses. So yeah, I wish to follow the best of luck, but we still need to win this game if you have still chance of finishing in the Champions League next season. So there we go. But yeah, man, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree with anything that I said. If you go your predict, if you want to see which players you want to see chose Maresca pick for tomorrow, what's your prediction and how do you think that Maresca should be setting up against Brentford because they know they're going to play deep low block. So do let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget tomorrow there will be a live watch along and a match action for the game. So make sure you guys don't miss that. So yeah, so like, share, comment, subscribe, big up your damn selves, comment Chelsea, win tomorrow, please. Please do it for me and do it for the rest of the Chelsea fans all over the world that will be watching as well. So yeah, man, take care, goodbye, God bless, and come on, you Blues.